Right, so if you've watched Net Ninja, you'll kind of understand about a little bit about classes and a little bit about flirting as well. If you haven't watched it, you might get a bit lost here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to add in an area within the header. Okay, and now we're going to create what's called a class. Okay, so sorry, a div. Well, it is a class, but it's within a div. So if you type in div there and you put in class, it comes up with a sort of two speech marks, and I'm just going to call it text area header. Okay, and then after that, I need to close that as well. You can see there that I've got that there. Now, at the moment, there's no attributes with that, so it's not in the style sheet. But I need to give that some attributes. Now, if I sort of right click on text area header here with my right mouse bar, I can go to quick edit. And what that does, it gives you a sort of window into your style sheet. Okay. And then you can just click on new rule and it kind of creates all that stuff for you. Now, slightly different from before with our other styles where we add main and footer and things. You can see on this style here, where are we? You can see here it's put a dot or a full stop in front. So this is now the sort of styling of that text area header. I've gone into the style sheet here, but it's the same. I'm just looking at it in my index page by going to quick edit. Okay, now I've already done this previously just for speed, but you can see these are the attributes. I'll sort of just copy them in, but you can just type them in. Okay, so the width is 50%, and that's 50% of the area, the header, and you'll see that. The height, I've just given it a height of 160 pixels, but don't give any height, it won't appear. So I'm just doing that just to sort of make sure that you can see it. I've given it a background color of white, and also I've floated it to the left, and I've lined it to the center. I want it to put up to the top, so the top margin is 0. So there we go. You can see when I've worked in the style sheet, even though I've sort of copied it across, okay, but in my my quick edit area, you can see that it's appearing. So this is just kind of a window into the style sheet instead of having to keep going backwards and forwards. All right, and then I've just closed that. I'm just going to save that. And all right, so it is there, but because I've got this, I've made this heading or this area at the top of the header, I've made that white. That's why you can't see it. So what I'm going to do is you can either change the color of the, just going to call that green. Okay. So now I've just changed the color of the header to green, and I've kept the text area header as white. Okay, it doesn't matter too much as long as you're sort of following what's going on. All right, so there you can see that's my 50%. It says 50% of this bit here, and in terms of height, it's 160. I think I made this one 200 altogether. So I'm sure that makes sense to you. Okay, and if we sort of, so you can see there, the floating to the left. Okay, so again, when we see that, it's floated to the left up here, and there's no margin at the top. So it's kind of butting up right into the top of the foot, this heading area. Okay. What I can do just to show you this is if I just cut and copy the text into the heading area, as you can see I've done there. I've just taken it out of the actual header, and now I'm just putting it into this new area, and I'm just saving that. You'll see that the text goes into that area instead of being in the header. All right, so can you do that, please? So can you just create the first div area called text area header?